It's day 5 of my challenge, and I have impression that start to notice fierce uh, changes or effects of my challenge, because I realized that when I watch content from other creators, I start to understand how they look in the camera and how they interact in the camera. And I thought, like, before I was doing similar things, but I guess it's a little bit similar like when you learn to paint or you learn like any kind of art form, when you start to see and look at things differently because of your experience. And what I noticed that they don't look all the time in the camera like they're trying to lock in. And I also realized that, like, I tried to overcompensate, that before it was like so difficult for me to look into the camera, or it wasn't like natural for me. But when I start to be conscious about that, I try to look into the camera and not like look away. And I realize it's some sort of compensation, because it's not natural, and it's just like me pretending to be a news presenter or something like that, who is like reading all the news from the prompter that it's on camera. And there should be like balance somewhere in between, and somewhat it's an art to understand how to interact with inanimate object that is like camera. But I should like learn to see you as my viewer in this camera and interact and talk with you like with a real person, which is kind of a little bit awkward, but it's in the essence what actually happens there. And I like to see some improvement in this department. And I also realize that sometimes when I stream, I also start to look at my audience that is there in this black dot that is like my laptop camera. So that's really cool.